Start.
Hare Krishna.
Today, Hare Krishna. Welcome to all devotees. Now we start today's Bhagavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrutanam Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhoti Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Today we continuing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1st, Chapter 3rd, Shloka number 29 and 30. Jalma Guhyam Bhagavata
Janmaguhyam Bhagavata
Yah etat prayatah narah
Yaha etat prayatah naraha
Sayam prata grunan bhaktya
Sayam pratah grunan bhaktya
Dukkha gramata vimuchyate
Dukkha gramat vimuchyate
Etat rupam bhagavatah
Etat rupam bhagavatah
Hi arupasya chit atmanah
Hi arupasya chid atmanah
Maya gunai virajitam
Maya gunah virachitam
Mahat adi bhi atmani
Mhat adibhihi atmani
Jalma guhyam bhagavatah
Janmaguhyam bhagavatah
Yah etat prayatah narah
Yaha etat prayatah naraha
Sayam prata grunan bhaktya
Sayam pratah grunan bhaktya
Dukkha kramata vimuchyate
Dukkha gramat vimuchyate
Etat rupam bhagavatah
Etat rupam bhagavatah
Hi arupasya chit atmanah
Hi arupasya chit atmanah
Maya gunai virachitam
Maya gunah virachitam
Mahat adi bhi atmani
Mahat adibhi atmani. Full shloka.
Jalma guhyam bhagavata Yah etat prayatah narah Sayam prata grunan bhaktya Dukkha gramata vimuchyate Etat rupam bhagavatah Hi arupasya chit atmanah Maya gunahi virachitam Mat adibhi atmani. Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearances of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all miseries of life. The conception of the Virat universal form of the Lord as appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent and neophytes to adjust to the idea of the Lord's having form. But factually, the Lord has no material form. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the Bhagavad-gita, the personality of Godhead has declared that anyone who knows the principle of the transcendental birth and activities of the Lord will go back to Godhead after being relieved from this material tabernacle. So simply knowing factually the mysterious way of the Lord's incarnation in this material world can liberate one from material bondage. Therefore, the birth and activities of the Lord, as manifested by Him for the welfare of the people in general, are not ordinary. They are mysterious, and only by those who carefully try to dip into the matter by spiritual devotion is the mystery discovered. Thus, one gets liberation from material bondage. It is advised, therefore, that one who simply recites this chapter of Bhagavatam, describing the appearance of the Lord in different incarnations in sincerity and devotion, can have insight into the birth and activities of the Lord. The very word vimukti or liberation indicates that the Lord's birth and activities are all transcendental. Otherwise, simply by reciting them, one could not attain liberation. They are therefore mysterious, and those who do not follow the prescribed regulation of devotional service are not entitled to enter into the mysteries of his birth and activities. The conception of the Lord, known as the Vishwarup or the Virat Rup, is particularly not mentioned along with the various incarnations of the Lord, because all the incarnations of the Lord mentioned above are transcendental, and there is not a tinge of materialism in their bodies. There is no difference between the body and self as there is in the conscious soul. The Virat Rup is conceived for those who are just neophyte worshippers. For them, the material Virat Rup is presented, and it will be explained in the second canto. In the Viratrupa, the material manifestations of different planets have been conceived as his legs, hands, etc. Actually, all such descriptions are for the neophytes. The neophytes cannot conceive of anything beyond matter. The material conception of the Lord is not counted in the list of his factual form as Paramatma or Super Soul. The Lord is within each and every material form, even within the atoms, but the outward material form is but an imagination, both for the Lord and for the living being. The present forms of the conditioned souls are also not factual. The conclusion is that the material conception of the body of the Lord as Virat is imaginary. Both the Lord and the living being are living spirits and have original spiritual bodies. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guroho Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा। दंडवत pranam. In shlokas we understand how they describe about the uh, uh, about the incarnation of the uh, living entity and their
Hare Krishna.
shloka number
Hare Krishna. So we are
Prabhuji will
doing.
tell you
Yeah.
in detail.
Thank you very
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you, Mehraj Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. So I'm sure there's not a single one of us here right now who is not in some kind of a distress, some kind of a misery. Everyone is trouble. And what we are seeing here is the solution for all our miseries, for all our troubles. Prabhupada says this is Falashruti. So we have seen the different incarnations of God. And it is concluded as we saw yesterday. Krishnastu bhagavān svayam. Many incarnations are coming, just like waves of the ocean or in the river, they are coming. We cannot sit down and count how many waves are there. Similarly, we cannot understand How many incarnations are there? How they are coming? But most important of them are described. And the conclusion is made that Krishna is the origin, which is also confirmed in Bhagavad-gita. Aham sarvasya prabhava. I am the origin of everything, even the incarnations. Mattas sarvam pravartate. All incarnations, all demigods, all living entities, all energies, everything comes from Krishna. Even the Vedanta Sutra, the Bhagavatam, it started with this only. Janmadhyasya yataha. The absolute truth is that which is the original source of everything. Sometimes we have seen people making a mistake that Krishna is incarnation, but he's not an incarnation. He's the incarnator. He's not avatar, he's avatari. He's the source of the incarnation. And so it has been described clearly in the last verse. Ete chaunša kalha punsha Krishnas to bhagavān svayam. They are from Krishna, not Krishna is from them. Sometimes people say Krishna is incarnation of Vishnu, but it is not a fact. Vishnu is incarnation of Krishna. But then there is no difference between incarnation and the source of incarnation. So it is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, the example comes there also. Diperche rehi vidashantaram abhyupetya dipayate. Just like when we have got thousands of candles. So we light the first candle, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the sixth, so on. We may reach the 1,000 candle. Each candle is equal to another candle. So candlelight power also same, no difference. First candle, second candle, though the second was lit from the first candle, but the power of light is the same. Similarly, you should not think that because Krishna is the original candle and the next candle is Balram or Ram, that does not mean that Balramji is less than Krishna. They are equally powerful. Diparchev hi dashantaram abhyupetya dipayat. Nahi tatha prathak asti. There is no difference. So, you should not consider incarnation as less important. Krishna is the original source. Therefore, Bhagavad is pointing that these incarnations, they are expansions of original personality of Godhead and expansion of the expansion, Kala Aunshaha. Aunsha means expansion, direct expansion, and Kala means expansion of the expansion. So initially we have Krishna, then Balram. From Balram we have got Sankarshan, Anirudh, Pradyumna, Mahavishnu, then Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, Chirodakshay Vishnu, we have Paramatma. So this is all. And this Paramatma is there with all of us. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridadeshu Arjuna Tishtati. So all pervading. So all are expansions, equally powerful. But still for understanding pure knowledge, you should understand that Krishna is the origin. Ham Sarvasya Prabhu. So anyone, it is said that who will recite these incarnations of Krishna regularly in the morning and in the evening, that is the Falashruti. Janma Guhyam Bhagavata is the original source of everything and is taking birth. Therefore, it is called Guhyam. Very mysterious. In fact, Kunti Maharani in her prayers to Krishna says that you are inside and you are outside. You are all pervading. You are present everywhere. Still, people cannot see you. This is the mystery. God is everywhere, but we cannot see. So how is it? Again, that is explained by Kunti Maharani. Like, suppose there is a child whose father is an actor. So on the stage, he may be dressed in a different way, maybe like a king. So when the son sees the drama, he may not recognize his father who is dressed like a king, though his father is there in front of him. But he cannot understand. He is just seeing some king. Similarly, God is everywhere. We require to purify our eyes to see God. It is not that God has to be searched out long, different. His real abode is distant, but still he is within our heart. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridadeshu Arjuna Tishtati. We just need to purify our eyes. Just like the child, when the father, when he understands from the heart, oh, he is my father. He knows that the actor on the stage is his father, the king on the stage is his father. Similarly, when with meditation, with purification of the heart, we search out, we find that Krishna is within our heart. We sit down, we can see God, provided we have got the eyes to see. Premanjana bhakti vilochanena santas sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. 24 hours we can see, sadaiva. No other work to be done. We just have to have those eyes. But ordinary persons, they have no eyes, therefore they cannot see God. But those who have developed consciousness, Krishna consciousness, purified eyes, they can always, 24 hours. They don't see anything except Krishna, because Krishna is everything. Whatever we see, if we have eyes to see, then we can see Krishna in every second, every moment. We have to practice that. Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita, Raso aham apsu kaunteya. I am the taste of water. So we are drinking water so many times. So as soon as you taste water, how nice it is, you can immediately remember Krishna. Oh, here is Krishna. So then what is the question of saying, can you show me Krishna? We can see here is the process, adopt it. When we taste water and we enjoy the taste, that taste is Krishna. Krishna says, I am this taste. Then where is the difficulty to see Krishna? People say, show me God. Can you show me God? God is everywhere, every moment, every state. We do not see him, that is the difficulty. Prabhavasmi Sachi Surya. I am the sunshine and the moonshine. Who has not seen sunshine? Everyone has seen from morning. We see sunshine at night also. There is darkness, there is no sun, but we have moonshine. And Krishna says the same thing. So as soon as we see sunshine and moonshine, we should be seeing God. No difficulty. Shabda K. Then there is sound. Sound in the sky. K means sky. Krishna says, I am the sound. So as soon as we hear even the sound of aeroplane, that is Krishna. Punyagandha prithvim cha. When you smell a nice flower, that smell is Krishna. You can remember Krishna immediately. So many opportunities to remember Krishna. But the difficulty is we don't want to remember. So it is said, Janma Guhyam Bhagavataham. God's appearance, every moment, everywhere, is in front of us in the deity form. Jagannath Baldev Subhadramaya. But we have not purified our eyes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, soon as he sees, he falls down immediately unconscious. Oh, here is my Lord. So we have to purify to see God. We need not ask anybody, can you show God? Have you seen God? There is no difficulty. Practically, we don't want to see. We don't like God. That is the problem. And so, Janma Guhyam Bhagavatam. Bhagavad-gita also, Krishna says, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam Yo Janati Tatvataha. Very important shloka it is there in Bhagavad-gita 4.9. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mamiti so Arjuna. So anyone who understands this uh, birth and death of Krishna, birth appearance of Krishna, his working of his works, he is purified, and then he will not get birth again. So we have to learn the science how to seek God, and that is Bhakti Yoga. Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Samavrita. I'm not exposed to everyone. The Yoga Maya curtain is there. So first of all, we should become qualified to see Krishna. That qualification is what we are learning practically. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhyam mahajana yanagantha sapada. So what is important is that we follow the footsteps of the Mahajana. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavat yaha tatvataham. Only through devotional service one can understand Krishna as he is. Otherwise, there will be mistakes. So there are multiple processes, jnana, yoga, karma, bhakti. But if we want to see God, then we have to accept bhakti yoga, no other yoga. Neither jnana yoga, nor karma yoga, nor hatha yoga. We cannot see. Klesho adhikatarastesham avyakta asakta chetasam. Those who are impersonalists, for them it is very difficult, troublesome to see God. They try. It will take long, long time to see God. But if one takes to bhakti yoga, immediately. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. So we may argue that these bhaktas are not always learned scholars. Yes. But then there are also many big scholars. who cannot see God easily, but only the bhakta can do. And that is why Krishna has said this. The real process is to surrender to God. The jnanis, yogis, karmis, they are not prepared to surrender to God. The karmis will say, let us act nicely, virtuously, pure karmis, so God will give us the result. But then it is karma mimamsa. Even the scientists, they are trying to find out different laws of nature, physical laws, chemical laws. What is the use? The karma mimamsa. They say that after all, if we act virtuously, we'll get good results. So what is the use of worshipping God? This is their view, karmi. And jnani, the scientist, what is the use of? Let us study the laws of God. So jnani, karmi, yogi, and then we have the bhakta. The bhakta can see God immediately because Krishna recommends it. Bhaktya mama vijanati yaho yacha asmitata. But then tattvata, in truth, one can understand what is God by following the process of bhakti yoga. And for jnanis, yogis, they'll come to the point of bhakti yoga after many, many births. This is also mentioned in Bhagavad-gita. Bahunam janmanam ante. So that is important. These imperfect senses that we have, that is only resulting in gathering of imperfect knowledge. We have to give credit to others, but then we have to advise them that the research work should be for God, not for any temporary physical or chemical compound. Narad Muni, he also explains in the Bhagavatam, Kavibhi Nirupitaha, Idam hi punsas tapasa shrutasya va shuktasya buddhasya buddha tattayo avichyuta artha kavibhi nirupito yad uttam shloka gunanuvarnanam. If you are a jnani, speculating what is the truth, the ultimate truth is Krishna. So if from very beginning we try to search out by philosophical knowledge, or if we try to prove supremacy of Krishna, that is perfection. Otherwise, it is simple labor, waste of time. Shram eva hi kevalam. If you cannot go forward up to Krishna by philosophical and scientific research, then all the labor we have taken is waste of time. The limit of knowledge or scientific research is confirmed when we surrender to God. Nam janmanamante dyanva mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samhadva sudurlabha. The Mahatma knows who the Krishna is, sees him as the supreme cause, Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So here is the supreme conclusion that Govinda, he is the one. And so we surrender to him, we bow down to him, we give respect to others, but our surrendering process is concerned that is to Krishna only. And that also under the direction of Lord Brahma. Janma Goyam Bhagavata Ye Tat Prayatanara. So here we are at Krishna consciousness. When we develop, we don't claim to become perfect. We cannot become perfect. But prayataham, we are trying to be perfect. Prayata means endeavoring, endeavoring for understanding God. And any person who understands, who endeavors for understanding Krishna through Shastras, devotional service, then what is the result? Sayam Prata, 2 times at least, in the evening and in the morning. So if you sleep in the morning snoring, then we cannot understand. So here it is recommended Sayam Prata. Three Sandhya is also in some shlokas, but three Sandhya is 3 times. So like Gayatri Mantra, we have to do 3 Sandhya. So Shastras have different recommendations. So if you follow them, then we will not fall down. But if we don't follow them, we'll have a fall down. There is no doubt about it. So we have to follow the regulative principles as they're enjoined in the Shastra. Sadhu, Guru, Shastra. And Shastra, whatever the Guru advises. So saintly person will say the same thing. Like Sudha Goswami is a saintly person. So he's advising Sayam Pratha. Morning and evening, we should try to understand the science of God. Bhagavad-gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is why you see in the bhakti, the sadhana which Prabhupada has given us, we are doing the classes twice a day. So bhakti word is very important because without bhakti, nothing is possible. The real process is bhakti. Bhagavad Gita also says the same thing. Just don't read like a scholar. It will not benefit. It will benefit, but maybe take a long time, because without bhakti, God cannot be captured. But with bhakti, Krishna is always at us. Just look at gopis, the Vrajvasis. Krishna does so many things for them because he is bound by their love. ये कृष्ण says in Bhagavad-gita, यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तयोम यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति. So whether a little flower, leaf, water, food, even a poor person, whatever he can arrange, that can be offered to Krishna and he'll accept it. Krishna says, give me whatever you want. Krishna does not say, okay, you give me only rasgulla or gulab jamun. No. What is important is that we have to do it with bhaktya. That is the point. So if you offer anything with devotion, Krishna says, I will eat it. You cannot say that Krishna does not eat. Krishna says, I eat. So that is what we have to do. Those who are atheists, they will not understand that his eating, Krishna's eating is not like our eating. There is a difference. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyati. He'll eat everything and he'll keep everything. So if you give him a plate, he eats everything and he returns it back. But if you give a plate to some other person, he'll eat it and then nothing remains. So what Krishna gives back is the prasada. So Bhagavad Gita, that is why it is seen. Janma karma cha me divya. So these are all transcendental subjects. We need to understand Krishna, and when we do it twice a day, then we can become a devotee. And the moment we become a devotee, everything will be disclosed to us. Swayameva spurteva adaha. Sevanmukhehi jivhadau. Swayameva spurteva adaha. Krishna will be revealed. We'll see Krishna everywhere. Without cessation, 24 hours we will see. As it is described and prescribed in authorized Shastra, directed by spiritual master, by Guru Maharaj. If you follow the principles, it is not difficult to Krishna, to understand Krishna. It's very, very easy. We just have to surrender and follow the principles. And when we do it, in order to go to that level, maybe in the transcendental or maybe in the transitory phase, we also get the opportunity of understanding Krishna through the Virat form. So the form and formless, these two are important aspects which come in this shloka. So the conception of Virat, universal form of Lord, which is we find in the description in the material world, actually it is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent and neophytes to adjust to the idea of God having form. But practically, Krishna does not have material form. It's just for us to understand it. Otherwise, we'll start questioning about Krishna's form itself. But the moment is the form changes, everything related to the form disappears. But Krishna's form is spiritual form. So his form is eternal. We do not remember about our past lives because the form has changed. But Krishna remembers because his form does not change. And so when Arjuna questioned Krishna in 10th canto, how do I believe that you spoke this philosophy to Surya God, the Surya Devata? Krishna answers that yes, you were also present there because you are constant companion, but you have forgotten and I remember. So Prabhuji gives the example of sleep and the dream. So when we are sleeping, we are in that form, lying down on the bed. That is our actual form. But then in the dream, we are flying here or there. And as soon as we wake up, that temporary form is vanished. The real form remains. It was always there on the bed. So we are spirit souls. We are just tip of the hair, 1/10,000 part. केशाग्र सतभागस्य सतदा कल्पितस्य च जीवभागस विद्नेह स च अंतर्याया कल्पते. And they are ananta. So they are all atomic particles, part and parcels of Krishna. And we keep on changing the bodies. We keep on changing the forms. Karmana deva netrena jantur de upatyate. So based on our karmas, The next body is what we get, but we don't understand this. And so, for us to come to the idea of yes, Krishna has a form, the Virat form gets described. So, this gigantic universal form. So, for those who don't understand Krishna in reality, they are ready to worship the gigantic form. But then this is a product of Krishna's energy. Maya guna hai virachitam. By Krishna's energy, it is created. Mat adibhi atmani. The material energy is also from Krishna's body, just like spiritual energy. So in Vishnu Purana, it is mentioned, Ekadesha Sitasya Gneha, Jyotasna Vistarini Yantha, Parasya Brahmana Shakti Sarvaidam, Akhilam Jagat. Akhilam Jagat. The whole thing is of Krishna. So don't think that Krishna, because he's playing as a cowherd boy, as a friend of the gopis, therefore he's ordinary. No, he's there, he's eternal. We are sitting here, but we are also because of Krishna. Krishna is present everywhere. Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham. He is within every universe. Not only universe, he is in every atom. That is Krishna. That is the difference between us and Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We'll meet again tomorrow.